Hello everyone, and welcome to the Kayden Show here. As I've been telling you, I got Gabriel on the phone. So we're going to start off with, how are you doing today?
Doing excellent, man. Just want to say, excellent job with the show. I've been listening in. I love it a lot, man.
Thank you so much. I've heard so many good things, and it's just, encouraged me to, continue to do it.
Absolutely. Well, uh, you know, I think it's like a trend that like live radio
Hmm.
is not doing as well as it has historically. But like you're the reason we come back. You as the DJ, you're the reason that this show works and works as well as it
Right.
does. And you're just so awesome at what you do. So
Thank you so
congratulations, man.
much.
This is awesome.
Yes, I'm very excited and to get into this career with so many different spots and different radio stations. Now on, I think, yeah, three FM, and the rest of them are online. So
That's incredible. And you're 15?
yes.
That's
Wow.
incredible, man.
Mhm. Alrighty, so
That's
my
incredible.
first question for you is, how did you get into composing?
Yeah, well, so it's a longer story, but just shortening down, like I have really loved music you know since as long as I can remember. When I was 8, I started writing arrangements. When I was 12, I started like actually writing songs, and just as experiences have led me, I've just continued to try new things because a lot of the stuff I'm doing now is more modern electronic in the composition realm, and that's farther off on the spectrum
Hmm.
of what a lot of people know about and what a lot of people have heard and experienced, and it's just it's always a new day, and just every day get in there and ask myself, how can I represent the human experience in some way that I haven't before? And
Hmm.
that's been the process. That's been the process.
Definitely. And I know you sent me one of your songs, Butterfly. How was it composing Butterfly?
Yeah, well, yeah, like with that one, it's not as I was saying earlier. There's some songs that I've written that don't fall into the normal, the normal the, they're not like normal songs that people
Right.
have or that even people would think as coherent music. But
Right.
like when I was going into that song, I was thinking, how can I portray um aspect really an aspect of life, in this year 2020, where we're just hitting the halfway point. At that point, we were just hitting the halfway point of 2020, and so much had happened. It was almost me exploring the idea of, well, what if we could reset it? What if we could reset 2020 and start over? But you know, really, I think what I came to the point of was realizing that our goal shouldn't be to reset. Our goal shouldn't be to undo how far we've come. Our goal should be to look at, how far we've come in 2020, what challenges we faced, and really, reflect on them and build off of them so that our future can be even brighter.
Exactly. And, that song right there is making everything, awesome. And, I've gotten to work with other people, as you know, Winter and Miles Donnelly with the Muo Duo band, and they've
Mhm.
got some good stuff over there too. And that's kind of how we connected, was through them. So I'm very
Yeah.
happy that we were able to connect. And, we found each other on Instagram, and, we've just been chatting here and there. And then, here we are doing an interview. So if you could compose for any singer, like famous singer, who would it be?
Oof. I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard one. It's I would love to do something for Taylor Swift, as weird as that sounds. I love her new album. I think, she does a good job of um, you know, speaking into the human experience. That what I try to do. Like her song in her new album, there's a song called "The Last American Dynasty." Just doing work with songs that that are outside of the normal zone of music that people tend to listen to, or even like what's been done before. I think Taylor Swift does a good job of going places that country music's not gone before. I really like to think about the lyrics of this song, and I think she does a really excellent job of, you know, showing how, we all have, like, we're all the last great American dynasty. We're all on this adventure together. And that's like it could be any of us. And so, doing something with her would be really cool, just so that I could really get her perspective on life, and figure out how she tells her stories and gets across the point she wants to get across. That collaboration would be excellent.
It sounds like that's something that you would be really deep into working with her in order to, kind of help her with her music and stuff like that. So I'm glad you were able to figure it out, because I could tell at first you were like, I'm not sure. That's a really hard question. So,
Yeah, because there are so many people I would love to work with.
definitely same with
So
myself.
many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've
You
tried
got a shout
reaching
out
out
from
to
Keith
so
Urban.
many. Yes.
Excellent job with that. He would be really cool too.
Yes, definitely. I actually was reached out by his it was the manager, no, not the manager, the vice president of radio and touring promotion.
Wow.
So she does all that, and that's how I got that. So
That's
very,
incredible.
yeah.
That's incredible, man.
And I think it's just because everyone loves what I'm doing at a young age, and everyone's, helping out and getting together to, get me out there.
Absolutely,
So
as
I
they
noticed,
should. It's awesome.
yes, I agree. So which song, I know you've done a couple, but which song do you enjoy composing most?
Ooh, of the ones that I've published,
Mm-hmm.
probably there's one that I wrote called The Activist Creed. I wrote it a while back for a um, something at Indiana University, Purdue University, Annapolis. They were doing an Earth Day art model festival, and it all had to go all online this year. But it was really just this thing where a whole bunch of composers, right as we were entering into this quarantine season, could have our work premiered together. It was the whole in total. It was like 48 hours, but it was. I wrote the song, thinking about how we how musicians can lead the change, how people in the music industry like you, like me, like we have voices that so many people can hear, and uh, in ways that not a whole lot of other people do. And so I think with our music, with our lifestyles, with all of that, I think that we need to make the world that we want to see. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the Activist Creed talks about, I mean, it's no lyrics, but it really tries to go into, even as we're struggling with these things as the world, how can we as musicians, we as individuals, and we as a nation move forward through some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And definitely, I love supporting local artists, and I try to get people together. And, one of the things that I guess kind of inspired me to go out of the, direction and go into all these different kinds of interviews was, it brings in the more people, you promote, I promote, it's
Mhm.
just, and, kind of adding that into the mix, I feel like is really cool to add with like a different genre. Because originally, back in January, that's when it switched from variety to the today's best country mix, and I feel like I'm getting farther with the country mix. So I feel like, and adding the interviews, I think is you know definitely a big thing as well. So I heard that you had a YouTube channel. Where can people find that?
Yes. Just Google or just typing in Gabriel McDermott on YouTube. It's
Okay,
I have a
very
rock
simple then.
solid 15 subscribers, so it's
Yes,
a little I see DJ Grammy's clapping.
yes.
It's taken me like 5 years to get that. So I mean it's not a huge YouTube channel, but it's out
Mhm.
there, and I'm certainly trying to build it up.
Yes, for sure. And everyone go check him out, Gabriel McDermott on YouTube. Also, where can people also find you on social media?
Social media, just Instagram, Facebook. Still kind of building a Twitter. I've still not figured Twitter out, but Instagram, Facebook, just Gabriel McDermott in both. It's yeah, working on figuring out how to build a platform, as I'm sure you have experienced with all this.
Definitely, for sure. And with the quarantine and everything, I've used Zoom so much, and everything
Yeah.
is all Zoom, 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 and everything. And I feel like Zoom ratings went right up. So
Yes.
as quarantine happened. So yeah. What is your favorite instrument you've used while composing?
Oof. Well, piano is the first love. Started piano when I was 4, so I guess that's really my favorite. But like, you know, there's just something cool about the drums. To just like, I don't know if it's like the 17-year-old male in me, but like hitting things is an incredible, just, I don't know if it's anger management, but
Mhm.
whatever it
Now
is,
I'm
it
gonna
works.
bring John Graham into the picture, aka DJ Grammy, for a second, because John, you did band when you were in high school.
Correct. Yes,
And what did you play?
so during concert season, which was like spring, I played the baritone. Uh,
Nice.
and in marching band, which is what I really wanted, loved, was I played percussion. So I played like the bass drum, I played the gong, which is that little Chinese big instrument, So I mean I'm really love it, or I really loved marching band and kind of like the elements of everything that came into it, and like the competition of it all.
That's cool. That's really cool. That's
Yes,
something
and
I've not like that's something I've never experienced, but it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, not to get too off topic, but I mean, one thing I've been wanting to do with Kayden, maybe like in 2 or 3 years, is we set up like a TV streaming, app, where we go out to Indiana, marching band fields, and stream the
or I guess any like marching band thing. But no, I don't think that was off topic. I feel like we kind of kept it into topic because we were talking about instruments, and so no, you're okay. You're good. I think that was a really good thing that you brought up. I figured it would take a moment to, because I figured Gabriel would think that'd be cool because you were in the band when you were.
Absolutely. Well, I think what's interesting too is I've seen your post too about how marching band is getting affected by COVID, and how high school seasons and college seasons and marching band can't exist in this. I guess that's one of the things that I've seen as one of the greatest challenges of this quarantine time is you're not being able to play in an orchestra with people, or even get together for in-person like collaboration projects, and it's really a drawback sometimes. But I think the music community is coming up with and will come up with incredible ways to transcend these boundaries. And I guess that's why I wrote the Activist Create. I guess that's why I wrote Butterfly, to try to um, to try to promote togetherness, as I've done in some of the other pieces too. Just really want to promote that togetherness aspect when it's so hard to be apart.
exactly.
Definitely.
Now and I will tell you that so although I mean, not all the marching band season is over, because I mean, it's only our state music association, so obviously there won't be state finals or probably bands of America, but I mean there will
Yeah,
still be those local competitions. And like I mean, I
that's
really
cool.
love that I am still seeing these kids practicing this week out, because this week is their I think their final week of band camp since school starts next week. Um,
Nice.
so yeah,
That's cool.
they're out there practicing.
That's amazing. I'm glad that they're able to practice, but also at the same time, keep the distance.
Absolutely. That's really, really cool. Yeah, my school goes in session 2 weeks, I think. Where you're in Indiana and
I'm
Correct.
in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm in
And you're,
Florida.
from what I've heard, you're in Florida, right?
Yes, Florida.
How bad is it with cases and stuff where you are? Because I've heard Florida was really bad.
Yeah, it's a new adventure every day.
Yeah, for
Opening up the
sure.
numbers. It's Floridians have not heeded the warnings the best, but and I think that's coming back to bite us. But I think we're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
And school year. Kayden, do you go to public school, or are you homeschooled, or?
I am in a public school, yes.
Nice.
Currently, right now, we are not sure about like what's going on, if we're gonna go back, if it's gonna be fully remote, like what's going on. They have a proposal that's like gonna send one group back for 4 hours, on one day, you know, I think it's 2 days actually, and then the other group will go on the other days, so they have mixed feelings about what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Are you going back to school in full, Gabriel, or are they just?
Yeah, so I think similar to Kayden, we have a full-time option. We have like a hybrid option, it's like 2 days a
Definitely.
week, and then kids can choose full online. I'll be going 2 days a week. That's what the school recommends, and so kind of thought we'd go where the school wanted us to in this.
Right. Same
But
for me as well.
yeah, but I think my school, it's at least 40% of kids are going back full time. So I don't know how effective. Our education secretary said that schools have to open for kids 5 days a week if they want it. So yeah, I know that could kind of throw a wrench in everything, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting year. Part of me doesn't know how long it's going to take for us to have to go fully online again, for them to have to shut everything down. But I think it'll be an interesting year, and I'm excited to see where we go even through all this. It's my senior year, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's also cool to think about where the year will lead even through all this.
Definitely, for sure. Did you have anything else before we end the interview?
No, just thank you again for having me, man. This has been awesome. Listening to your show has been awesome. Keep going, keep doing what you do. You're awesome, man.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, that's it for now, but we're gonna get back to some of your country hits.